setting.
There's a lot of disconnection.
Yeah, it's because of Chase.
Okay.
They're just clashing with Chase, but as soon as the room starts in, you'll. There is no rain expected for this race. We will be going live, so please just be cautious of what you're saying and who you're saying it to, as there might be friends and families that are watching. Gentlemen, we've had a great BMW race last week, and I'd like us to please follow with that trend. Let's keep the racing close with minimal contact. Remember, this track is extremely tight, and this race director could have many choice words with him. So please just watch those time penalties. If you do want to take a slow down, please make sure you move off the racing line. Double tap your brakes so that the driver in front of you understands your intention, and don't just brake straight away, because that's how guys will get into trouble. 22 laps. Gentlemen, round number 5, it is extremely close. May the best drivers win. Thumbs up. Let's get ready to race.
Good luck, guys. Enjoy the race.
Good luck, everyone. Lekker, Owens. Good luck.
So just there, you've just heard the driver's briefing, obviously here at the South African Racing Community Online. Everybody's ready to go on this evening's event. Let me tell you, it's going to be all fun and pleasure and lots of heated racing. If we look at the weather conditions, obviously, is it going to be suiting this RS01 this evening? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. All thumbs are going up at the moment, and everybody is preparing for this drive. And just to give you a little bit of the briefing for this evening, obviously we're going to have a 10-minute practice and then on to 15 minutes qualification with a 24-lap race. That is the condition. Let me give you some weather conditions as far as I understand this evening. It looks to be a little bit overcast, but we expect those clouds to move away and then probably clear up during the race. So a little bit of interest. We are in Italy and we're at the Enzo Ferrari circuit, the Autodrome International, and I can tell you now it's going to be some exciting racing around the 17-turn track. And yeah, we cannot wait to see the result from this evening. I can tell you right now, the championship, I will be going through that for you and giving you an indication of who is leading at the moment. But as you can see, all gentlemen are in the pits. There are some drivers going out. Bruno there at the moment. Looks like T&B David is still in the pits at the moment. Jake's out on his track run out there, and also as you can see Ross coming out as well, so he'll be there. Dupe, he's going to be out as well from the Turtle Racing team, and then Rock, he's also out this evening, so let's have a look what he's going to be doing And then Marius, he's in car number 6 this evening, so we'll be seeing. And then Turbo Charles, a little bit away there, off the track. And then we have Dylan, obviously, also still in the pits at the moment, so we will be seeing and watching what's taking place out there on this track this evening. So what I'm going to do is just put you onto the track, and then you can have a look at these guys taking it around the track this evening. And as we are in Italy, as you can see, a bit overcast at the moment, but as I mentioned, this should clear up during the race. So, and I think we're on board. No, it's Rudy. Here's Rudy. Car number 4. And then Bruno out there as well. So we'll have a look at what he's going to be doing. But I'm sure we're going to keep you in touch. We're going to make sure that we follow all the action taking place here on the South African racing community online. Remember, you are able to get hold of us if you are interested in doing the Project Cars racing tournaments, which are going to be coming up in the near future. You can get hold of the guys through the Facebook page, and then you can contact Dylan, who is one of the founding members of the South African racing community online. And he can put you into a space or two where you can find out where to race during Thursday nights. And that's going to be easier for you to do if you just go to the Facebook page for SACO, standing for the South African Racing Community Online. So as I mentioned, let me take you a little way through, and obviously this is the RSO1 series. This format, as I mentioned, you've got approximately 10 minutes of practice, then on to a 15-minute qualification, and then 24 laps with one mandatory stop. So that has to happen. And then it's on to the finish line. And as we are standing at the moment, let me give you some indication of the driver standings, because I'm sure we are all interested to know what's happening along those lines at the moment. The leader of this championship for 2018 on the RSO1 Challenge is Charles, then followed by Bruno from Silverback Racing. Then in 3rd position currently is Dylan from the Green Mamba Racing. Then we have Marius from the Silverback Racing, Dupe from Turbo Turtle Racing, and then in 6th position currently Ross from Fad Muckers, then Ronaldo from the Lone Ranger Racing Team, and then Dirk in 8th position. Louis, he is currently sitting in 9th position, and then from Turbo and Bullets we have David in 10th. Then we have Jacques Moll from he's from Flat Rabbit Racing, and then Jake's in 12th position with the Ninja Racing Team. So that's basically the top 12 that are racing in this league, just to let you know where they are. And then obviously it's all about what's going to be happening this evening. Are they going to be moving up? Are they going to be moving down? And I can tell you right now, Turbo Charles just put on a 1 minute 39 2:62. Great introduction to this track as well. Bruno's sitting on a 1:39.483, so 200th of a second off the pace at the moment, but I'm sure Bruno's not going to let him sit back and relax on that. Jake's coming in at 1 minute 41 seconds, so he's basically almost 2 seconds off the pace, but I'm sure that's going to be changing as well at the moment. So some great racing we're looking forward to this evening, and we are going to follow this extremely close this evening to see who is going to be taking the next step in this championship. And as I said, we're in the race director's suite this evening, so that's great news for us. We can sort of pan and go to wherever we like on the track, so that's going to help us tremendously. So still some guys to set up some times, but obviously the race director here very strict when it comes to corner cutting, and if you're not staying within the track, obviously qualification times are not indicated. So even though this is a practice, they will be looking at that this evening to see exactly where they need to be on the track. And obviously a lot of attention put on to the tires at the moment. They want to keep those tires nice and warm so they can stay on the track at the moment. You can see Rudy there. He's obviously got lap time in validations because of track limits. And I see Rock's also got the same problems. So we'll be seeing where they're going to be putting themselves this evening. On board with Jakes at the moment, just to see where he is, and he's in car number 10 for this evening. So if you are a fan of Jakes, high five him or give him a note or two on the stream, and obviously we'll let him be aware of what's happening this evening. And that goes for all, in actual fact, this evening. Dylan's in 6th position at the moment. I can see he's put on a nice time, so that's going to be great. And just want to see if we've got some messages at the moment coming through, but we will be watching out this evening to exactly who is going to be where and doing what this evening on the South African Racing Community Online. So if you are joining us on the live stream, thank you very much for joining us, and we're very happy to have you on board with us this evening. And I tell you what, already, Biodroad, you're already on. Hi guys, thank you very much. And as well as Bruno saying good evening, even though he's racing this evening. So nice to have those two guys on board with us at the moment. So we're hoping to fill up the chat this evening, and obviously have a great time all in town. So amazingly, already a little bit of an incident there, but not to worry too much there. So amazingly, that 10-minute practice already done and dusted this evening. And let's just push along to Jake's at the moment, as well as TNB Devitt at the moment. Let's see where they are in their particular 86 seconds to go, so a little bit of time left. However, guys pushing in, trying to get those times in at the moment, just to make sure they do have some form of practice at the moment. And here we go with Mel, also from Turbo Racing. at the moment, also out there on the track this evening. So he's back in the pits. We've got Roland, RVR 18, so no persons under the age of 18.
Yep.
And I won't even go along what that actually says there, so we'll go from there. Maybe we can hear the guys commenting and talking as I mentioned, so let me keep a little bit quiet so you can hear what they're saying.
That's okay, Ross. I've got a... No, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Piers snaaks, hy's nogal vinnig en ek stuur hom 'n setup vir 'n GTO kar.
Oh wel. Enigiets is beter as wat ek gehad het.
Moet sê dat een been pirate is nogal vinnig, hè?
Yep.
Alright, gentlemen, we'll go into the qualifying. And I wasn't even pushing, so wait till I start pushing.
Ek weet. En hoor mense dat soos hy 2 voete op daai 1 voet klap en daai kaas op die tafel. Julle het gedink Charles is vandag, julle gaan nou sien.
Ja, die commissaris ziektes mes.
Sterkte Doepie.
Zelfde, dankie. As je leg een beetje hoor.
Skis. Dis 'n hoë trek.
It's open, Cammy. The door's open.
Alright, as I mentioned, we are on board with Turbo Charles at the moment, just having a look where he is, and he's going to be putting on a flying lap, so let's stay. I've deliberately gone into the cockpit view just to have a look at the lines that Turbo Charles is taking this evening, just to see where we're going to be. A little bit wide there, but I'm sure that's not a problem. And as we mentioned, the race director pretty strict this evening, so he'll be watching what these guys are doing. Obviously braking points very important this evening. You can see it's well overcast this evening, and I'm sure we're going to be having a great event this evening. The weather pattern, from what I understand, is going to get overcast and then into medium, and then probably it's going to be clear skies for this 24-lapper. So we are in the situation at the moment. You can see 1:38.300 put on by Bruno this evening. So nice time, but immediately you can see Turbo Charles putting on that 1:37.927. So we're going to be looking very closely this evening where Bruno is. Is he able to 300ths of a second pick up that 300ths of a second around this track, as well as Ross? Nice drive from him. You can see a bit of a moisture on the windscreen at the moment, so it is a bit thick with moisture in the air, which is obviously going to help them perform from the engine point of view. And then obviously we'll see Jake's doing quite nicely. He's brought that down from his practice time, but as I mentioned, at the moment they've got to keep those tires nice and warm, because if they don't, they're going to be off the track as quick as they can try and remain on the track. So let's see what they're doing. Obviously Turbo Charles coming up into a little bit of traffic now. This is going to make him a little bit slow, but I'm sure he's pretty happy with a 1:37.927. Let's take a look at some others just to see where they are on the track at the moment. We can go down to probably let's go to Rock, but what I'm going to do is just go out of the view that we're currently in, and let's go on to sort of having a look at the track side. So in car number 19 it is Rock, and we'll see where he's going to be ending up this evening. Number 19 is his car, and you can see some of the positions changing already. So we'll be keeping a watchful eye on who and where is moving up. Dupe, I see, 1:40. That's great stuff from him. Nice job by Ross there at a 1:39. Dylan a little bit injured, but congratulations to him, because he's actually in the event. He's decided to go even with his foot fractured. He's going to be using the right pedal for braking, so that's going to be interesting for him. You know, normally the left foot is used, and in this particular case, not tonight. And yeah, so we wish him all the best. I can see TNB down in 10th position at the moment, 3 seconds off the pace, but you can see it's very close racing all on the times that we're currently seeing. So yep, we have that 15-minute to go, and what we need to probably do is just put the overview there so we can see about 8 minutes left of this session, this qualification session. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that for this evening. So I just want to go up and see if we can follow on some of the other guys just to make sure. I see Marius in the pits for some reason. I'm wondering what's happening there. He's done a 1:40, so I don't know if he's decided to see what else he can do to that car, but I'm sure at the moment guys really having a look. Nice work there. It looks as though Roland has moved up. Nicely done from his side. RVR, he's moved up into 4th position at the moment, so great job from him. Fantastic to see what he's doing this evening. Nice drive. So it looks as though Bruno has just thrown down the gauntlet on Turbo Charles. Turbo Charles also out now on the track saying, hey guy, unbelievable. And I mean, he's now going to say, no, we're not finished here, Bruno. I'm coming back at you, because I tell you what a great time from Bruno, setting up a 1 minute 37.918. So that is an excellent qualification time, and I'm sure that Turbo Charles is going to be looking for something better to put up to make him in pole position this evening. Nice to see Ross, great drive from you, and it seems like a 1 minute 39.233. And then Jake's nicely done as well in 4th position, 139.660. Dupe in with a 139, so the 139 club is in for this evening, so that's great stuff from them. And we have 237 club runners here, so yep, the guys are going to be looking any which way to make sure they are up there on the top of the grid. So as I said, we're racing in Italy. This is known as the Enzo Ferrari track. It's just near the factory where Ferrari is, and I tell you what, great drive from these guys this evening, and really impressive as we're looking across the overall standings at the moment. So as I mentioned, the top dog of this league at the moment is Turbo Charles, followed by Bruno, and then Dylan. He's in 3rd position, so this evening he's currently standing in 7th, but I can tell you now it's due to a foot injury, and he's using his right foot for the braking, which is obviously, you can see the effect. And there we go, Bruno off the track, but I'm sure he's going to get back on there. Nice turn from him to get back there. So we will be watching this evening. We've got about 3 minutes left until we start the actual event. So thank you for joining us. If you are joining us, remember you're watching the great sport opportunity that we have on display this evening, and it all comes to you from SACO, which is the South African Racing Community Online. So these are the guys that bring you the Project Cast 2 format of online racing, and it is very well supported. And I can tell you what, if you want to join up, if you want to find out a little bit more about what we do and how we run things, you are very welcome to contact us through our Facebook page, and you know, we will come back to you as soon as possible. So great racing from the guys that are driving this evening, and nice to see. There we go, Turbo Charles just put down the gauntlet again, comes back with a 137.846. So Bruno, you have a job to do this evening, and I tell you what, it's not going to end there. I can tell you that it's in the bones. It's not going to end there this evening. So not much time left to put on a decent quali lap at the moment. Here the racing is completed. Let's see if Dylan can get up from that 7th position up the log at the moment. As we can see, finally Turbo Charles, Bruno at the moment. Nice job from Ross there. Jake's nice job. Dupe, fantastic. And Ronaldo, nice work from you this evening. Let's have a look at what is going to be the big winners this evening. If there's any prediction for the race, you can do that right now. Put your prediction down. Who do you think is going to win this race? I mean, the fat lady, a long way to the end of her song this evening. And we'll be watching with intention to see who is going to take this race in Italy, as mentioned this evening. And I see, yes, JP, nice to see you on board with us. Thank you. Hello to you too. I just missed you a little bit there. Hopefully you're going to be ready and up and racing soon again with the guys at the South African Academy Online Racing, the Formula 1 session. As I said, we're going to be quiet now and see if we can listen to the guys and what's actually taking place.
Mooi toepie.
Very nice there. The top guy is very fast. Holy crap.
Just could not break that bloody 140.
At least het 'n verskoning.
Dankie. Thanks, Jacques. Wat het met jou gebeur?
Nee, ek wil nie wys wat is my eintlike spoed nie, want hulle moet wonder. Ja.
Wel, okay, ja, nee, is 'n goeie taktiek.
Nee, ek en Jakes het gepraat. Hy moet vir my wag as hy derde is. Ek wil al oor die lyn gaan voor hom.
So here we go, ready to go. They're going to be syncing up, and once they sync, we are ready to go for this evening's race. So yeah, we'll be waiting with anticipation for the start.
Gentlemen, have a great race. And we'll see you on the other side. Please remember, marks off.
So there's the instruction. Mics are going to be switched
Cautious
off.
on turns 1 and 2, please.
Almal, good luck.
Good luck,
Enjoy.
Wees rustig.
Good luck.
We're just waiting for the sync button at the moment for this race to begin. Everybody lined up at the moment, and it looks fantastic. What a sight to see with this particular series at the moment here on Project Cars 2. 24 laps, as I mentioned. The sync is away, lights are on. There is the syncing, and away they're going to be going in a couple of seconds. And they are away at the moment. It looks like Bruno just snipped a little bit ahead of Turbo Charles at the moment. And they are side by side coming down into the first S's here. And you can see at the moment Turbo Charles got the heads up there, and his nose is in front. And as you can see, very close racing at the moment between these guys. I just want to push back into car in position number 3. It is Ross at the moment coming through. Jake's in 4th position, and then Dupe well away there in 5th. So yeah, a little bit of close racing at the moment, but we are interested to see exactly who's going to be where when it comes to the end of this event. So great driving, no incidences reported at the moment, so very good driving by all at the moment. So yeah, let's push back quickly down a little bit down the line as well. You can see coming through the back end there is Ronaldo. And here the long line of cars coming through. You can see exactly there, just there, right there, a little bit wide on that side between Dylan and Ronaldo. But Ronaldo, he's taken care of that. and it looks very, very good itself. There you can see, obviously, Dylan looking to take that position number 7 back in this particular race at the moment. Very close racing. Mal right up behind him as well, and as you can see, it looks as though we have already oh my greatness, it looks like Ross has just gone into the pits as well. A bit of damage may have been done to that car at the moment, but we'll be keeping a close eye to see where he is. Yep, he's gone in already on lap number 1. I don't know if he's taken some fuel in there or he's going to be finishing the race, but he's definitely gone in for a pit change there. So we'll be watching to see what's actually taking place there. Coming back now to Bruno, up with the top runners at the moment. And there we go, Turbo Charles leading this race at the moment. There is Bruno at the moment. Jake's in position number 3 in car number 10. And he looks as though he's under attack by Dupe at the moment. Dupe looking for a way past at the moment, but not succeeding in this particular section of the race. So great stuff there. As I see now, lap number 2, Turbo Charles leading this race. Going forward now, Jake's still in position number 3. Dupe is close up on his tail, and I would like to see, let's see if we can get on board with him at the moment, just to see where he is at with respect to Jake's at the moment. Jake's under extreme pressure, to be honest. I think he's under extreme pressure from Dupe at the moment to get past in this particular sector. There we go. I just want to pop down quickly to see where is where at the moment is Marius. Marius also close on the tail, so really extremely close racing happening here between these guys. It's really great stuff to see the battles that are going on here when it comes to this form of racing. So very nice and tight and close and up personal racing happening here this evening on this RS01 racing with these Renaults. This are right behind him as well, so very close stuff between these drivers at the moment. So great stuff to see. I'm just going to go to trackside to see where these guys are, and you can see how close they are. Very, very close driving. And as I said, we're on with Marius. Marius seems to be pushing at the moment, so let's see where Dupe is at the moment. You can see there the 3 of them. That's Jake, Dupe and Marius. Close racing between these guys at the moment. We're already into lap number 4 of this 24-lap race here in Italy. So I'm sure it's going to be a great drive. Down the straight at the moment, you can see them coming through. All in all, some really good racing happening with the top 5 at the moment. 14 seconds behind is Dylan, then 15 seconds. You can see already some great driving. Let's have a look here. We're back with Dylan and it looks like DeWitt at the moment. Yes, it is DeWitt looking to take on Dylan at the moment. So it's all going down at the moment between these two and the top 3. So top 3, when I say top 3, 3, 4 and 5 at the moment. Some close racing, but it seems as though Jake has put some distance between himself and Dupe now at the moment. However, Marius still on the tail end here, looking to get past Dupe at the moment. So he hasn't given up at all in this particular section, trying to get past, but it seems as though there seems to be a problem now. Jake's dropping back now, and for some reason, obviously, I don't know what went wrong there, but he's now coming back. I think there was a mistake there, and obviously you can see these three are very, very tight. Very tight. Dupe now moves up to third place, as well as Marius into fourth. Jakes fell back a position there, so don't quite know what happened, but obviously he might have lost that front end somewhere, but he is still in this race. And you can see now these three are very, very close, pushing each other and looking for that opportunity to get past. So very nice drive from these three at the moment. Just having a look here to see, there's Jakes now coming through. He is in fifth position, followed just in front of him is Marius here, and then Dupe leading this threesome at the moment. And they are 12 seconds behind the leader. Yes, oh, looked as though he was going for that opportunity. And yes, oh, it looks as though Bruno is out of this race at the moment. I think there might have been a disconnect, unfortunately, for Bruno. So not great news for us there, who was second in the championship. He is out of this race, unfortunately, but there we go, which leaves Marius going into second position, Dupe into third, and then Jake. So this is really heating up at the moment. Obviously, quite interesting to see. It looks as though we have some time just to go through and see. Here's Turbo Charles. He is way out in front doing 139s at the moment. He is leading the championship for this SO1 series here at Sarko. So he's doing exceptionally well. Unfortunately, as mentioned now, it looks like Bruno had a disconnect. That's so unfortunately for him this evening, because he was in second place and he was quite close to the forerunner who we're watching at the moment, which is Turbo Charles. Let's go back now a little bit just to see. We're with Marius. Here he is, and you can see he's now increased the gap between himself and Dupe and Jakes. T&B up to fifth position at the moment. Looks like Dylan in sixth. And then also it seems as though we have Rudy in seventh position at the moment. Ash in eighth. Then Mal in ninth. And then obviously Ronaldo in 10th. And then Ross in 11th place at the moment. So don't quite know what happened in the first part of lap number 1, which obviously put Ross into the pits, but he is still going strong. Remember, he's already pitted, so he doesn't have to pit for the rest of the race. So this might help him to go through if he can finish and conserve those tires at the moment. So let's just pop back up to Dupe at the moment. Dupe in third position, coming through, looking for that. Let's go on board with Marius at the moment. Marius is in second position at the moment. So great drive from him. And you can see there is a gap of approximately 2 seconds between him and Dupe at the moment. Jakes, let's go back to Jakes in position number 4 at the moment, and you can see how close it is. A little bit of a nudge and a wink there coming through that section. And he has had a warning from the race director. You can see that clearly on the screen. So let's see how that affects his race overall at the moment. Here we go. Jake's looking for that opportunity. Coming through there. So moving down with Jake's in car with him at the moment just to see how far he is behind Dupe at the moment. There is a gap now starting to form between him and Dupe at the moment. Dupe sitting pretty comfortable, but remember this race has not, still a long way to go. Lap number 9 we are now on in this series. So great drive now. You can see Jake's looking for an opportunity, catching up now with Dupe. Looks as though penalties have been given to Turbo and Bullet's driver at the moment, but there seems to be some sort of incident. So let's have a look where we are at the moment. TNB, oh, he's crashed. That is what the problem is there. So TNB David, he obviously made a mistake there. He got a little bit sidelined there, but he is obviously slightly behind now. Let's go back up to Jake's at the moment. On board with Jake's. Looking to come in that inside. Rudy up to 5th position at the moment. Going into lap number 10. Coming down, watching the markers. You can see the sun pushing through now. So it looks like it's going to be all clear. So the temperature of the track is going to be heating up, which is definitely going to assist these drivers in keeping that car under control, especially with the tire temperature going up. That is going to support. Looks like TMP in, which is David at the moment. He is into the pits at the moment. So, yep, we'll be interested to see how long it's going to take him to get himself back into this race after that damage. You could see he's going to be doing some work, but unfortunately now falling back dramatically in this race. Let's go back up to Jake, see where he is, and you can see already they have caught up substantially to the front runner. So here we are with Marius at the moment. Right up on his tail is Dupe coming through. And there you can see Jake. So a little bit of hello, here I am. And I'm looking to get past. So these three have really put on a show this evening. A great drive from them. giving us great entertainment this lot. So unfortunately, yep, there we go. Bruno just confirmed, unbelievable, got disconnected. So unfortunately, he is out of this race, as mentioned a little bit earlier. So it is a very big shame for him this evening. You go into lap number 11 at the moment. So let me just give you an overall. Turbo Charles leading this race at the moment, followed by Marius, then Dupe, Jakes, Rudy, Ash, Mal, Ronaldo, Dylan, Ross, and then Devet. So it looks as though there is an indication from Dupe there that he has just been warned by the race director for cutting corners at the moment. And funny enough, even Jakes has that warning as well. So just an indication there. Here these three coming down into this S section and then into the next. Coming up the hill. On board with Dupe at the moment. You can see Marius just ahead of him at the moment. Jake's not giving up at all, looking to gain and pull that rope in so he can get as close as possible at the moment. You can see one of the back markers being now reeled in by Marius at the moment. So we'll be taking a look to see. Nice to see Ross has just moved up into 9th position at the moment. Dylan dropping one down into 10th position. And it looks as though these gentlemen have decided to take the opportunity to go into the pits. This race is 50% done. And Marius in 2nd position at the moment. Yet to pit. And as you can see, Jake now down to 7th. Dupe down to 9th at the moment. Dylan pitting as well. So this pushes Ash now into 3rd. Ronaldo is in 4th position, followed by Rudy in 5th. Mal, then Ross. Now remember, Ross was gone into the pits in lap number 1. So he is no needing to pit at the moment. He can continue. Does this affect his overall race and give him an opportunity to stay in the top 3 or 4 tonight? All eyes peeled at the moment. So, yes, Turbo Charles pits. And now it is going to be interesting to see where is he going to be coming out on this pit. He's already pitted, coming out. Ash, where's he? Coming through at the moment is Turbo Charles. Yes, Turbo Charles away at the moment. So Marius needing to pit still. We'll be checking this out right now, guys. So lap number 14 of 24 laps here. Marius leading the race, but yet to pit. So is he going to pit now or is he going to leave a little bit later? Turbo Charles pitted. Ronaldo still to pit. Ash still to pit. Mal, I think he's still to pit at the moment. Rudy's in the pit now. You can see now up into 5th position is Ross at the moment in car number 2. So lap number 15, Murray is still leading this race, however needs to pit at some point. Maybe he's trying to expand that difference. There's only a 16 second position advantage at the moment, but he goes right on by. Not looking to pit at the moment. As we move into lap number 16, Turbo Charles 16 seconds off Marius at the moment. Then we have Ross. Mal, there we go. Mal is now pitting. So we'll be keeping a close eye on their Dupe. Jakes going to make their move coming up, and you can see the time factor now going away to see where Dupe and where Mal and Jakes are at the moment. There we go. There is some distance between him and Dupe at the moment. Let's look at Jakes at the moment. There we go. There's Dupe. Where's Mal? Mal into the pits. There he is. He's coming out now. But obviously taken over by Jake's Dupe. And this guy still continuing at the moment. We are eager and waiting to see when is he going to pit at the moment. You can see that time factor dropping away. Yes, here he comes in. That's why I switched over to see where he is. Just want to see where Turbo Charles is at the moment. He's coming through. Quick switch over. He's coming past at the moment. Looks as though Marius has dropped down into second place. But is that all the places he's going to be losing? Because here comes Ross in position number 3 at the moment. Currently looking past. He's going to come into second position. So there is Ross into second position. Nice strategy from him. I'm sure he'll be pleased with himself. All he needs to do now is finish the race. And I think his strategy might have been effective in finishing in second position. But still a little way to go on lap number 17 at the moment. So here we have Turbo Charles, followed by Ross at the moment, who's now in second position. Great strategy from him to take that stop and service in on the first lap, should I say. Marius is now in third position, looking to see if he can come back. And there, just in the distance, you saw Dupe coming through. Jakes is in fifth position at the moment. And you can see there's Dupe, and this is Jakes. He's following suit at the moment. There, the distance between them is quite a big one at the moment. Let's go on board with Ross at the moment. Nice work from him. Now, as I said, his strategy was on lap number 1. He pulled into the pits, got it over with, and he's been out there ever since. So hopefully he's looked after this car and he's maintained it, because he needs to finish in this place, and then he will be second on the podium, right next to Charles. Or is Charles on lap number 18 going to make any errors? I'm knowing him and been watching him for some time now. Very, very precise driver, and makes very little errors in his driving. So nice drive from him this evening, leading the way at the moment. And 16 seconds, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, 16 seconds between him and second position. Just saw a driver off the track at the moment. Looks like it was Rudy. I'll confirm that with you now. Yes, it was. And let's pop back now up to Turbo Charles as well as Ross at the moment. Currently in second position, some distance between him and the next driver. So Dupe is 22 seconds off the pace. And if I look there, 21 seconds behind Ross at the moment. So can Ross maintain this position for this evening's event at number 2 in his position, and driving car number 2 as well? Nicely done. So let's go on board with Ross this evening. You can see Dupe's just put on a fantastic time. 1 minute 39.954. So we want to see if he's catching at the moment. But if I look, it's still 22 seconds behind Turbo Charles. overview this evening. Very, very nice. Here's Turbo Charles coming up on one of the back markers at the moment. Nicely got out of the way. So lap number 20 now. 4 laps to go. Turbo Charles in control of this race this evening. Let's go back on board with Ross. Somebody offline there. Dupe in the 3rd position at the moment. Marius. There's Marius looking for an opportunity that will be in play for this round. And then Jakes. So these three starting to close the gap between themselves at the moment. Interesting point, where would be Mal? Mal still trying to catch up. So let's go back here with Jakes at the moment. Oh, Jakes just lost it there. Not too good from him. A little bit of loss of concentration. And he unfortunately off the track there. So let's go back into the cockpit view at the moment. That's now put him way behind this gentleman who's Marius at the moment, who's closely breathing down Dupe's neck at the moment in 3rd place. Can he come back and take that position from Dupe? And I tell you what a nice drive from Ross this evening. I think that strategy worked for him, pitting in the first lap of this 24-lap race. We are on lap number 21. And you can see the distance now, 20 seconds between 1st and 2nd. You can see already Turbo Charles coming up on the back markers now. Dylan still going for the points at the moment. Ronaldo, he is now in 7th position, followed by Mal, who's in 6th position. Jakes is in 5th position at the moment. And as you can see, pure clear skies at the moment. So this will support them. Here is now Marius looking to breathe down Dupe's neck at the moment. Turbo Charles way out in front. Here's Turbo Charles. Then 22 seconds behind is Ross on lap number 22 now. Two laps to go. I can tell you there is going to be some changes. It's got to happen now, guys. And here we go! It is now Marius going through into 3rd position. Don't know what happened to Dupe. He lost it there. Is Jakes going to catch him? It looks as though, yes, Jakes has been able to catch up on Dupe at the moment. Unfortunately, Dupe losing it there, which means Marius goes into 3rd spot on the podium this evening. Is he going to maintain that? Is he going to be keeping that position? It's all going to be revealed So going trackside now. We saw the action. Fantastic to watch. And this gentleman right here, sitting pretty in number 2 position. This gentleman sitting as top dog this evening, number 1, Turbo Charles, comfortably on lap number 23. 1 lap to go. And it looks like Ross 24 seconds behind Turbo Charles now. Is Marius catching? "23 seconds is a long way, but seems to be Ross. He looks comfortable coming up the hill here to take the 2nd position this evening. Turbo Charles on lap number 23. This will be now going into lap 24 this evening. In car number 14, Turbo Charles making that gap even more when he comes through. Yes, he is 24 seconds now behind. In front of. And we are now on the penultimate lap, which is lap number 24 for Charles. Turbo Charles now. And even now, Turbo Charles is catching up on the 8th position, which is Dylan. He's going to go up the hill. Almost finished this race. Fantastic drive from him this evening. Let's have a look at the speedo there. There you can just see Dylan in front of him. And he's in 8th position. Ahead of Ross by 26 seconds at the moment. Ross, great strategy from him this evening. Made a decision to pit on lap number 1. And here, winner this evening is Turbo Charles. Takes this event this evening. Let's just move back quickly and see where is this gentleman. 25 seconds behind. But Ross now going to be number 2 for this evening's event. And he passes the start and finish line. Nicely done from him. And now, number 3, Marius, coming through. Great drive from him this evening. Unfortunately for Dupe, here he comes across the finish start line. There it is. He takes officially number 3 position. Number 4 coming through. Here we go. Yes, and there immediately you can see Jakes. He's taken position number 5. Mal looking to come through as well. Quite a way off the pace there. Just behind him is Dylan. So there comes Mal through start finish. And here Dylan comes into 7th position, followed by Turbo and Bullets driver
Jakes.
David.
Hy het nie veel gewag nie, hoor.
Hy het
Ja, mooi.
So there you can see the official results. First, second, third.
Nee, jy was heeltemal te ver agter. Ek sê vir jou gewag het, maar jy was heeltemal te ver agter.
Ek kon net voor die
Lekker
lyn stil
Jakes.
gestaan het.
Lekker doepie hoor.
Dankie. Lekker Marius.
So
Especially well
in
done to
the
Ross.
pits now,
Wow.
Yes.
discussing the race. I'll let you listen in.
Nice, well done.
Nice show. Nice Marius. Mary.
Great
Hello,
stuff.
Bruno.
Where's Bruno?
It's a pity about Bruno, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, Ross, well done, man. Well done.
Ek tog ek gaan daar net voor die lyn staan, dan kan ek 'n toepie goeie punte kry vir 10.
Sorry, Joe.
Thank you
Ek het nie
guys,
geweet
that was
hoe naby sy-
tricky.
Ja, jy stel het.
Yes, die kar het snotterig geraak het in die einde, jong.
Ek weet nie, my tyres was nog mooi toe ek gaan pit het. Ek was nie lus gewees om tyres eers op te sit nie.
Nee, hulle was nog alright geweest, maar
My
in die
reg
einde
was
van die reis,
was
yes.
Ons het nogal lekker gery al eens op 'n tyd.
Ja,